Recording. Hey guys, Kristen Leak here. Welcome back to Girls Talk Code. Today I'm chatting with Kalina Edwards. She is a fellow YouTuber and self-taught web developer. And let's dive in.
All right. Hello, everyone.
So Kalina, you made a huge announcement on your YouTube and Twitter. Do you want to
Yes.
share with everyone in the YouTube world what has happened?
Yes, so I recently found my first coding job. Like I actually started my first coding job on March the 13th, and I wasn't going to tell anybody at first. I know, yes. I wasn't going to tell anyone at first. I was like, wait a week because you don't even know if you're going to last a week. But I was so excited. I was like, you know what? I just feel like telling everybody. So I just blasted it out there into the social media world. And I was like, I'm going to let everybody know I got my first coding job. So ever since then, it's been awesome.
Yes, so
Yeah.
cool. And I know a lot of people want to switch careers and they're trying to teach themselves, or they're curious about if they should do boot camp and whatever. So how did you teach yourself?
Well, I first started out going to a trade school after I had went to university. I decided to go to a trade school in the beginning, and then I signed up for software development program, and it didn't work out because the way my work schedule was and all of that stuff, I wasn't really even feeling like going to class for 5 hours because those are fast track courses in the trade school. So with that, I eventually found Team Treehouse, even though I've been learning a little bit of HTML and CSS here and there. I have found Team Treehouse, and when I saw the commercial on YouTube one day, I was like, let me actually try that out, because it's you don't have to go to school. You just learn when you feel like it. And then that's when I started my coding journey, officially, because I wasn't serious before when I was in trade school, but officially started really diving into it was September 2015 when I joined Treehouse.
Cool. I love Treehouse. I've done their iOS and their CSS one. Which ones did you do?
I did the HTML, CSS. I've done JavaScript, jQuery. I'm still learning those two because I don't know, the programming part is really hard to me, but I still want to get used to that a little bit as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, you just remind me that I need to get back into Treehouse. I think I froze their account. It's cool that they let you do.
Oh yeah, let you place it on hold and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that actually. Let you come back to it.
Do you see a lot of the same stuff from that you learned on Treehouse at work at your new job?
Yes, I see. Well, every day I deal with mainly HTML and CSS. With the whole programming part, I do deal with that, and usually because I'm not that good with the logical programming part, I'm usually just Googling and copying pasting code into our Shopify platform that we use for e-commerce platform. I just use that basically, but yeah, it's when you look at other languages, they basically have the same type of flow, if else statements, loops, all of these things. It's the same thing you see as well, in JavaScript and all that stuff. So I do use that every day. Yeah, that's all I do is HTML, CSS, and then sometimes it's easier because it's an e-commerce platform, so you don't always have to do too much coding as well.
So your company is an e-commerce type of company?
Yeah, we have an online store, and we also have 3 physical stores here in Texas. We basically sell women's clothing. So yeah, and they're really big in Texas, I think, and things like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We recently moved from a big commerce, or it's called Big Commerce, e-commerce platform. Then we moved from there to Shopify. So that transition in my first week was really crazy, because it was oh my God, we're about to put up our new site live on the other platform. So that was that.
So you made a site live when you just started?
Yeah, we were already live,
Okay.
but we stayed live until we officially tried to get our Shopify site up, and then we went live with the new site on Thursday. So my fourth day working there, we eventually went up. But it was like
Dang.
crazy.
You've already done big things.
Girl, yes, it was a lot of work trying to like move everything, transition from here to there, move all of our blog posts, to our new site and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really awesome.
Cool. And what kind of team do you have there? Like,
So we're really small. Like, so a lot of people always ask, like, is it like a large company? Is it you know, a for-profit organization? It's a small business, and it's a team of, well, as coders, it's only two of us, me, myself, and the supervisor. He does a little bit of coding, but he's mainly a graphic designer. And we basically have like a marketing team. That's what they call us, the marketing team, and we have a creative writer and a photographer. So it's just like four of us doing all the online stuff and everything.
that's good though, because you're in control, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Um, and a lot of times I do a lot of stuff that isn't like what you would consider like what a coder should do, because it is a small business. It's like we just need all hands on deck. So
Mhm.
whatever somebody can do, maybe if it's not even related to coding, just do it. Managing like the Facebook page and stuff like that. Like eventually, I'm gonna get into that once they teach me more about what they do on their pages. But like there's just a lot that goes into it, with it definitely being like a smaller business. So
Oh, so you're wearing multiple hats then.
yeah, definitely.
That's really good.
Yeah, I
Really
like it. Yeah, it's
cool.
pretty cool.
And gosh, do you think that you'll have trouble? Like, sorry, I'm trying to think of like, it's cool you're doing lots of different hats, but how do
Hmm.
you organize it at work? Are there sprints, or is it kind of like you do half of the day coding, or and the rest of that like with the social media and the other things that you need help with, or is it just all day coding?
Uh, well, basically, basically, how it is that we'll have like the business owner, our boss, she'll basically find things that needs to get done on the site. So that could be anything from me needing to code like a web page or something to just lay it out and put up our pictures and descriptions and stuff, or it could just be that she just needs me to fill in these boxes that we have for like our loyalty program or something on our website. So it could be anything throughout the day. Like I could start out coding, and then the next hour she's like, hey, can you do this real quick? And it might not even be anything to do with coding.
Okay.
So it just depends. It's different every day. That's one thing I do like about it. It's like it's not the same thing. So you
Yeah,
never get
that's really
bored.
nice. You still get
Yeah.
human interaction instead of just wearing headphones and coding nonstop.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, it's so funny because I thought it would be like that. Like, you think
Mhm.
in your first coding job, all right, I'm gonna have my headphones, be glued in for like hours, like, on the Facebook movie and stuff. But it's not even like that in my job. Like I do put on my headphones from, here and there, but we mainly like somebody plays music on their computer and we're just like, all right. And it's just soft music in the background or whatever. And we're just doing our thing. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
not the
nice.
typical coding job though. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh, and before I forget, what was
Yeah.
the interviewing like?
Okay, yes. So when I went there, I was thinking it was gonna be something like extra, harsh, like I've seen on the other coding interviews I went through before, but this one was more relaxed. Like so I went in, he was basically looking at my resume again. He was just like, okay, so tell me about yourself. And I was like, yeah, I've been self-taught. I've been learning through teamtreehouse.com, and this is what I know, and this is what I'm currently working on, which was, JavaScript and jQuery. And he asked me, did I know anything about like e-commerce platforms and things like that? And I said, well, I have dabbled in WordPress a little bit, so the CMS stuff I do know a little bit about. But as far as like going heavily into it, I was letting him know, no, I don't know that. And um, he just kind of just, looked at my portfolio online, and he was okay, cool. You know how to do HTML and CSS. So that was basically like the furthest I need to be. But It was pretty cool. It was really laid back. He asked me, he had actually saw that I had video skills on my
Oh yeah.
resume. So that opened up like a whole can of worms for other questions like, okay, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I make videos online on my YouTube channel and it's about coding. He's like, wow, really? Like, and I was like, yeah. So he's like, maybe we can use you for your video skills to do like screen sharing things for whenever like we need to show customers how to walk through the, your cart and complete your checkout and stuff like that. And from there, I felt like that kind of helped me get the job a little bit more because he was like, for somebody who talks about coding on your channel, you must really like it. And he was thinking that she's probably going to work really hard, if she's here because it's like you want to do your best. So I felt like that was one of the biggest reasons that helped me get that job. Even though I was a little bit underqualified, it still kind of helped me get it because they were like, okay, she's probably going to work really hard to do her best, to figure out whatever they need me for, whatever.
Yeah, your YouTube channel shows your passion.
Yes.
Definitely makes you stand out. And for those who are watching, I have Kalina's YouTube linked below in the description box. You gotta check her out. Her videos
Yes.
are so fun, refreshing. You get so creative with your videos.
Yes, when I have time to do all the extra editing, I can get pretty cool with it. Yeah.
Even just some of the, I don't mean to get off topic,
No, it's
but
okay.
just some of the style. Like I remember that one video when you're making pancakes. That's still, I still love that video.
Oh, wow.
It's like I'm over at your house and we're
Mhm.
having breakfast. It was cool.
Wow. Yeah. Sometimes, I would even do my makeup while I'm talking about like what I've been studying or stuff or my struggles and things like that. So that was really fun to do. Even though I'm like, you guys, I know this is not a beauty channel, but I just felt like, killing two birds with one stone and making a video while, doing my makeup. So
Yeah, multitasker.
yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so I'll get us back on topic, even though we both love YouTube. But how has your job, like, is your job what you expected?
No, not really. I thought my first impression was when they said it's going to be e-commerce. I really thought it was going to be super duper easy. I'm probably just going to be doing a little bit of HTML and CSS, and that I would probably be like just plugging things in.
Mm-hmm.
And these past 2 weeks since I've been, working there, it has been pretty stressful, mainly because I had to start like learning about the liquid language for Shopify, which is like a totally different programming language that nobody really hears about unless you kind of gotten into Shopify and all of that stuff. So, um, but yeah, that's just basically it. It's not typical, but I definitely do more than what I thought it was going to be like. So,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I always figured that as beginners when learning to code, we have this romanticized idea of what our first job is going to be like, and it
Yeah.
never pans out to be what you
Mm-mm.
expected.
No, it's not. It's nothing like that. I thought I would be working like in this big corporation with like a handful of coders, but I don't know. This opportunity just came at the right time, and it was like, bam! Like this is what you're gonna do right now, and I'm like, I'm down. So yeah.
And is your team, well, I guess your supervisor, has he been
Mhm.
pretty helpful throughout the process of you
Yeah,
figuring out things?
Yeah, he's pretty helpful. He definitely lets me sit there for days trying to figure out problem. Like we'll have like a really bad, like a really big problem, and he'll just sit there because he has a lot of other stuff that he does as well outside of
Mhm.
the whole coding stuff. Which is why I think I'm really there to help with that stuff that he has to do, or whatever. But um, the thing is that he'll let me sit there for days staring at the screen like, girl, I'll be looking at the screen and just looking all day, Googling and researching, haven't found the answer. And then the boss comes in and she's like, okay, we need to get this done. And then out of nowhere, he's like, okay, let me look at it, because she's, coming in here. And
Mhm.
then like 5 minutes go by and he has the answer. I'm like, what? Like, that
No.
makes me look so terrible. But that's how it's been. But he's pretty helpful. He's really nice, and
Good. Sounds like you can
he's
learn
pretty
from him
cool.
too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's very helpful in learning that stuff. Yeah, because he didn't know a lot of HTML and CSS like that either, but he's been able to keep up the site before we had moved to Shopify with the little knowledge he does know better. But I'm like, even past the HTML and CSS, he's really good because he's like, I feel like he's really good problem solver. He can find a problem really quickly and then, get the solution to it. I'm like, dang, like, why is that not happening for me like that? But I feel like I'm gonna eventually get to that point where
Oh,
I'm like, oh
definitely.
yeah, huh?
I said definitely you'll get there.
Yeah, definitely.
When you have problems that you have to fix, is it
hmm
something that you find yourself, or do they give you a ticket of what to work on?
Oh, well, we don't really have tickets like that. It's just
Okay.
usually if it's something I find or
Okay.
if the customers, they're so engaged with the boss lady and everything, because that's what we call boss lady, and she's really engaged with them on the Facebook group that they have. And whenever we say, okay, we put something up, they'll go on the site and then they'll just be, something is not right with this, or there's some weird text. Like one time I had made a page go live on the site and there was like the lorem ipsum word
Oh,
still
yeah,
there,
yeah,
and I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, we got to get this off, like somebody has to, like, the creative writer has to go ahead and fill in the text. But they notice stuff, and it's like, dang, like when people that don't even work there notice things, it's like, get
yeah.
on it right now. But yeah, that's how it goes. It's just whenever they find something or we're about to put up a new page, stuff like that, she just says, this is what's on the to-do list, this person do this person do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And do you have any tips for anyone who's using Treehouse to get their first web developer job?
Oh, that's a really good question. I didn't think about that one before.
Sorry, I didn't
Um,
mean to put you on the
no,
spot.
it's okay. I was like, that's a good one. The tips I would have,
Or
mm,
from your experience, what do you wish
my
you had
experience,
known?
huh? I would just say keep trying. I mean, I wasn't even looking for a coding job when I got this job. I didn't give up, but I was just really focused on continuing to learn. And I just decided to go on Craigslist one day and I got the job. I mean, like, I applied and I got the job and everything. But I just feel like you just have to keep going. Like, don't give up because it's really stressful. I know a lot of times I would feel like I'm quitting, but then it's like I get the confidence or something in the back of your mind. It's like, get up and go to that computer and, start doing something with coding.
Yeah.
So it's just keep up, just keep doing it. And even when it gets hard, take a break, do what you got to do. But that will all pay off eventually, because I never thought after only a year of being on Treehouse and some months that I would eventually find my first coding job. I just knew I really wanted one. So just keep going. Like, that's the only thing. Just stay consistent and you're learning, and don't give up. That's all I can say.
That's really good advice. Really good advice.
Yeah. And it sounds simple, but it's like so true. Like, that's the only way you're gonna, really get in that habit of learning and wanting to continue to know more, and then being able to just show up and be like, yeah, I can do this, I can do that, and blah 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 you know
And
yeah.
starting a YouTube channel and talking about coding.
Yes, YouTube, definitely. I love that. Like, I was like, dang, my whole journey is on there. And it's like, I finally made it to this point. And now people are like, oh my God, you're so awesome. Like, I need some advice. What can you give me now? It's like, you should watch my whole journey on the channel because everything is on there,
That's what's
all the
great
time.
about it.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of people think you already have to be good at it to share on
Mm-mm.
YouTube or in a blog or anything. But no, it's
Yeah.
it's really cool seeing how far you and I have both come.
Definitely, yes, definitely. It's like you just do, you put yourself out there, shamelessly, coining that term from Shameless Maya. But yeah, just put yourself out there, and it's like I started with 1 hour of coding videos. Just you watch me fast paced coding, and then I'll tell you what I learned, and that was that, and then you just move
Mhm.
forward. But yeah,
Awesome. Well, Kalina, thank you so much for joining me.
yes. Yes, I'm happy to be joining you on your channel. We've been trying to do the collaboration for the longest.
I know.
I'm so happy we finally got to do it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm thankful that you wanted to like chat with me because I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so awesome. Like, I feel like this is the perfect time.
And you're such an inspiration.
Oh, you are too, girl. You inspire us all the time. Like, you're putting out those videos this week, and I was like, she's doing it. You keep going
Thanks.
too, girl.
Okay, well, best of luck to you on your third week at your new gig.
Thank you.
And that concludes the episode. Thanks for joining us, guys. Bye.
Bye.